just love these cups.
They're
beautiful. They're
the ones I bought in Greece.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Oh, I can't really nip back and pick up some myself.
No, but we will go back to there.
Yeah, we will.
But what was it called again?
Was it in Naxos or Paros? Paros. We love Paros.
Yeah.
Well, things look a little bit different right here.
They do. Ooh, my house. We're in my house. It's my humble abode.
And I live here.
Don't know. I've heard of that, but I've not.
I've only seen it on TikTok.
Oh.
But it feels amazing, and I'd like us all to take a moment for my best friend here in your beautiful, cool, amazing home.
Thanks so much.
Mission completed.
It just looks absolutely fabulous, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, don't make me cry. No, that means a lot. And yeah, I'm just... Oh, sorry, I nearly kicked that. I'm actually buzzing for us to do it. And
Same. I'm really excited.
I feel like this is where we've had our warm-ups. Mm-hmm. Still, it's not it's probably going to change again just because in Nadine and Megan's style, we're still not as organised as what we want to be. But it's just because delays with the house.
Yeah. And like we keep saying, that's the vibe of this.
Exactly. There's
nothing to profess. No rules, no rhyme, no reason.
Nope.
We're just two girls figuring it all out.
We are.
And having a lot of fun whilst doing so.
We are. I'm having the most fun.
Same, I'm loving this so much.
This is honestly my joyful part of my week.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. And actually today I was doing, I'm giving office baddie, corporate baddie over here.
I am not.
In my shirt. But that's because I was doing a final bit of filming for the Aquarius' TV show, and I got to watch this really amazing scene of me and Nadine surrounding the podcast, and I was so emotional.
I know.
I just am like, this is so... I could feel through it. You'll see when it comes out, but I could feel through it, our passion.
I was feeling the way that it transported me back when I seen it to how we felt in that moment.
I think it really shows how much we care about it. And
it really does.
I'm just so thankful that we came up with this.
I'm so glad we just took the plunge, because even people commenting or messaging saying how much they're enjoying it, or we obviously hoped that, but I never imagined people would actually communicate that, or that would be known.
Yeah, and it's so cute. And today when I was watching it back, I was crying. I've been crying so much the past 2 days because I'm on my periods, which we can get into in a second because I'm confused. But I was crying. I was like this. I was like, I just love her so much, and they were like, that's really sweet.
It's what do people say when we talk about how much we love each other? It's
I know,
cool.
They're
That's nice. I like it. But no, what I was thinking, when that eventually comes out, we'll have been doing the podcast for so long, and it'll be such a look at us then, and look how far we've come. So
great nostalgia.
I know it is. And imagine us being old ladies and looking at that.
It's so sweet. And imagine one day we get to show our future kids. I'm like, look at your mum and Auntie Nadine.
I know. We literally said that when they showed me.
Really?
And they said, imagine looking at that when Emma was like, look, imagine when you're 80. And I said, I'll be like that. Look at me and your Auntie Megan. I know, how cute is that?
That's so cute. No, that's what I always
But we'll still be doing the podcast when we're 80.
Yeah. Just be from our care home.
Yeah, as long as we have a dual complex sort of thing going on.
We definitely need to get that in some sort of writing. Mm-hmm. That should anything happen to us, we need to be together.
Yes,
because I think we'll live longer if...
you will keep me alive. You will keep me alive.
If we got separated,
it's too much.
I think if we're going to be in a care home, it's as a collective and it's together.
Can you hear the sea?
Absolutely.
Fuck the husband.
Yours is unknown.
Yeah.
Callum will probably he'll just probably come and listen to some music in the corner or something. He's quite a chill guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is the sitch with us.
Yes, and the podcast.
Podcast.
We love this leopard couch.
Yeah, so I bought this.
It's actually a set of lips.
It is a set of lips.
Mwah.
Because we're talking.
Ow.
Because we're talking.
I didn't even... that makes sense.
And we just thought, I found this and I thought, that has to
I
be
love
part
it.
of this podcast. And I think, I don't even know what our vibe for the podcast is, but I guess it's kind of like,
I feel like
is
it's
it kind of
almost-
Y2K?
I was gonna
I
say
don't
that.
think we even meant it.
It's given like 2000s sort of girly,
Yeah.
almost cool tack.
Yeah. No, I totally
You know?
agree.
We never actually set the tone, but it's just fell in that way.
One thing about this podcast is we did not sit and work on this for months and months and months. And we just basically spoke about what we liked, as in like we said, oh, why don't we do this? And see, every week we actually just like, we are kind of winging it.
No, we're seriously
I know,
winging
I
it. We
was
couldn't be
trying to-
winging it anymore if we tried.
And like even what we post and stuff or what the vibe is, like
Yeah.
it's just, but it's all kind of come together.
It is, it's
Maybe that's
working.
because we are good together.
Yeah. And I think as well, everyone likes, or I can't speak for everyone, but I know I like an unpolished, raw, bit more real. And that's what you're getting.
That's what you're getting here. I think.
We hope. I pulled a muscle in my back this morning at the gym. So if you see me moving a bit stiff or saying ow, it's that. I'm always getting injured at the gym.
I know, I feel like that is something that happens often to you. Just joined a new gym last night with Erin.
I'm going to join.
You're going to join. One thing about Megan is, I said to Erin last
Can't
night,
see shit go past
she can't see shit go by her. And I was like, I can't remember what we said, and I said, oh, we were like writing in the chat, like, we love this gym, and then I was like, watch Megan join next week. Like, I had already said to her, you should, like, I'm going to go and try it, and she was like, oh, let me know what you think. Actually, to the last gym as well, did you not? Remember you left for a while, and then I was
leave
going
for a
back,
while,
and you were,
yeah.
I was like, oh, it was really good, and you were like, cool, I'll join tomorrow. I was like, okay.
I was quite shocked you didn't tell me your departure happened from our gym.
Oh,
You didn't fill me in on that.
Well, I've not been in a month.
I had to put 2 and 2 together myself. I just assumed since how you're at the new one, you wouldn't be back to that one.
Well, I actually cancelled my membership, but they still charged me for another month.
Oh,
So I technically only... No. Is it still November?
yes. It's almost December.
I must still be a member.
Right.
Maybe until...
Remember, December, November.
No, it's remember
no,
the
I know,
month
I'm
of
just
No-
saying all those word rhymes, but this is a poem
Yes, there is a poem.
about Guy Fawkes.
Yes. But I think maybe it doesn't matter. I'm not going back. This
Yeah.
one is so close to me.
Yeah.
It's going to be walking distance. I'm going to get into a good routine.
That's amazing.
I'm going to go. I'm going to pump iron. I'm going to laugh with my friends. I'm going to wave to people I know because I think every Dom, Dick and Harry go there.
Tom, Dick and Harry.
Oh.
Tom Tick. Tom, Dick, Harry.
I said Dom.
Yeah, and then I think I said Tom, Tick.
Oh. What we like we're saying are so...
So is there quite a few familiar faces in there? Did you see any last night? You did? I
It's a big JC.
Oh, did you? So you relocated?
Yeah,
to-
he goes, Smudger goes, Erin now goes, I think Liv's going to go.
Right.
And then just the general community of our area seemed to be in there.
Yes.
I don't mind. I just...
No, I sometimes I seen a familiar face in our old gym today. We sat in
Our old gym. She's not even left yet and she's already calling it our old gym. Whenever I go, you will follow, and I love that. She's also trying to... the other night she came round and she was like, I can't remember how we were even talking about it, but I was like, it would be good if we lived near her. She was like, yeah, I'm going to start looking at houses on your street. I was like, say no more. That is the best news I've ever heard.
No,
in my
you were
life.
like screaming and jumping up and down. Callum was in the corner like... Because basically, like, we've always had this dream. We've probably said it on here already. We've always had this dream of living on the same street. And I know that's probably a dream a lot of best friends have. But do they ever put the wheels in motion? Don't know.
I don't know.
But that's something I am more than willing to do. Like, this is a gorgeous house. This type of house is my dream home, and I like this area. It's not far from my current flat. It's not far from mum and dad. I grew up here. I know this place at the back of my hand.
It would kind of be an injustice if you didn't move.
I just feel like this is where it all began. Our school's over there, whatever it is. Like, it's just...
This is where it began and this is where it may end.
This is where it shall end.
Shall end.
And I just have had this weird notion lately where I need to move just because I'm running out of space in my flat. But I was like, no, I'm just going to sit on it for a while. But I seen Nadine here is really... I actually was meant to book a viewing and I forgot. I'll do it after.
Right, for that one over there.
For whatever one's up for sale tonight. I'm just going
on the street?
No, it's the next street. What I'm going to do is view loads. I'm not going to do my usual take the first one I see.
But once you get a notion...
well, if there's one on this street, then yeah, I'll probably will.
You have to...
Be in quick.
Callum sent one in our group chat the other day. Did you see? And I just replied, "That is nowhere near us, and that's not the area.
The whole purpose.
That defeats what we're trying to achieve here."
I was a bit like, is it weird me moving into a house on my own?
Oh right, no. I thought you were going to say, "Is it weird me moving to the same street?" And I said, "No, it'd be weird if you didn't."
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. But I'm like,
imagine our kids like one day playing outside. Kids don't play outside anymore.
It's so sad.
Best believe my kids are getting chucked outside. Wind, gale, rain. Gale. Oh, yeah. Wind, rain or gale.
No, I think it's hail. Wind, rain or hail. No. Gale, wind.
Why are you always trying to connect me?
Wind and gale are the same things. Gale, wind.
Gale, force, wind.
But, yeah, my only reservations are... buying a house of this size myself, and then I'm just like, when or if I ever meet someone, they have to move into my house, but pay the fucking piper.
As we can tell, Megan is no longer putting up with anyone's shit.
Like I'm getting a prenup. Mark my words, if you're watching Future Husband, get your fucking pen at the ready and sign the motherfucker. Honestly.
Right, that's okay. And do you know what? I don't think it's wrong to get a prenup. You never ever know what can happen these days.
You never know.
Actually, when me and Callum were buying this house, our lawyer was like, obviously you do have to answer some weird questions, but she did say, like, if anything was to happen to either of you, like, as in death.
I got that.
Sorry. Like, just basically, like, where would all of my assets go? And or vice versa. I said Megan. But I just, one day she phoned me just asking, and I was like...
Me?
No, the lawyer phoned.
That's what I would recall
conversation. And basically she was like, oh, what would happen? And I went, I could probably just leave them to each other. And then I told Callum, and Callum was like, yeah, but I would like to answer myself, and like, is that it? And I was like, oh no, like, we've got a meeting anyway, but that is what he wanted to do anyway. But he was like, why are you making all these decisions? I was like, sorry, yeah, we are going for a meeting and you will have to answer that. But then the lawyer was also like, some people actually do, who aren't married yet, like, have like a verbal, it's almost like a prenup for a house, I guess. It's not called a prenup, but it would be like a letter saying, like, if obviously things went south, what would happen? Like, would it be 50-50 or whatever? That's like that? Clever. But I don't see there's anything wrong with that. We actually...
No, I think you back yourself, secure yourself.
We decided not to do that just because I genuinely know... I know you never know, but I genuinely do. No, but I do actually know if anything did ever go south, I would have such a guilty conscience if I didn't, like, do it fairly. And I feel like he would be the same.
Right.
Like, I would never, like, take something that isn't mine.
No, I know you wouldn't, and I don't think he would either. But, like, so what was the harm in writing that down?
I guess we'll never know. Oh well, fingers crossed. Otherwise I'm fucked. No, I'm joking. I don't think there's anything wrong with prenups.
There's definitely not.
You
protect
never...
what's yours. Like, I would say I'd meet a millionaire, which manifesting. I'd hope he protects his assets, and because like you never know. I mean, I will not do that to anyone. I really wouldn't. But I would have no.
Yeah.
I would not be offended if he said I'm getting a prenup. I'd say good on you, bud.
Yeah. So anyway, positive vibes.
Yes.
That, you know.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. We're doing great anyway, so let it continue.
That's good.
He's actually been away for work all week.
I know.
So,
Did you stay yourself last night?
yeah, I've been staying myself all week.
I see, because I seen Sam stayed.
She stayed on Wednesday
before.
night. Dolan was
how-
supposed to come over last night
would it just
and
be
have dinner, and I was
news?
going to make his dinner, but he did patch me, but it was for a good reason.
Oh,
so
that would have been nice.
I know. Dolan was spending time with a loved one, so no problem.
No problemo.
Rain check on, probably it's good that you didn't eat my dinner. No, actually my dinner last night was so good, but you did call it soup and I was offended.
The sauce did look very watery.
Well,
no, I'm not one to talk. I'm way worse at cooking
Right,
than
it
you
did
are.
look a bit watery. It could have been thicker, but it was delicious.
Good, I'm
and I've
glad.
got to make it. I was fucking...
Has it got dairy in it?
Yeah, but I can get the vegan Philadelphia.
Because I have been experimenting a wee bit this week.
Are you not experimenting every week?
No, I've not been.
Right.
Really? On the way home from Paris, Abigail and I shared a big bag of Maltesers and a big bag of Cadbury fingers. Then, so here's another thing I thought we could quickly discuss. So I basically got the implant in June because it's suspected that I have a wee case of endometriosis. We can't confirm until they've actually cut me up and cut it out and put it in a lab, but it's looking pretty likely. So in the meantime, I've got this implant to try and manage my symptoms a bit better. So since I got it, I've not had a period. It's obviously now November. I didn't have one since June, and I was like, yes. Result, no period. I was living like a male species.
I know. I remember you were quite excited.
No mood swings, no cramp, no blood, no nothing. I genuinely was living like myself up until I was 11. Like, it was great. And then last month, all of a sudden, I got this period and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this must just be a fluke. And here it is again. So it would appear I have a period again. But I will say they are night and day compared to
this is normal now.
Yeah, and it's still shit. Like,
It is shit.
Who the fuck wants to be on a period? But
Not
it's
me.
manageable and livable.
Good.
But I will say it's been making me super emotional. I've just been crying at the drop of a hat. Not over anything sad. But yesterday I went in a hole again of watching Father Bride's looks. And then it just really sunk in. I was like, oh God.
What?
That I might not have.
You will have that. Stop being ridiculous. That's like trying to make yourself sad about something that isn't going to happen. You're fighting them off.
I did go on a coffee date in Paris.
See?
So this was so, now that's so out my depths. So basically I on this dating app, I matched with this French man. Hope he's not watching. He did say, I seen you have a podcast.
Right.
I don't think it would be his cup of tea.
No, it's not. No.
From what I got to know over our coffee. But we met on this dating app, right? And I was like, oh, I'll literally never, ever, ever see him. But we followed each other on Instagram, and then he messaged me when I was in Paris, and he was like, will I see you as soon as you're here? And I was replying like when I was drunk, like big licks, like sure, like fine, whatever, like just because I was drunk and bold. And I'd be giving it big licks. It's like
big licks.
Yeah, giving it big licks. It's like you're just like,
no, I think it's big something, but I don't think it's big licks.
I swear it's big licks.
I was giving
not
it
the ice cream franchise.
Big licks. I was giving it big
licks. I swear that's the same.
Okay.
So
sorry.
I've told him when I'm drunk to set an alarm because I was leaving the next morning to go home I had to leave the apartment at 11 a.m. So I've told him to set an alarm for 8:30, get up and come and meet me for coffee. But I've said this drunk, I don't even remember saying that. And I woke up to my own alarm at 8:30 and him messaging me like, okay, I'm gonna come to, and I'd already gave him the address when I was drunk.
To your hotel?
To the apartment. So
Wait, did he meet you there?
Yeah, I got him across the road from the apartment just to be safe.
Good.
Yeah. Because
Safety, I like
Paris
it.
is where Taken happened.
The movie?
The movie.
And is it on a...
Well,
Is it based on a true
you best
story?
believe shit like that does happen.
Yeah, but not specifically Paris. Like, it happens every country.
Yeah, I know, but...
And I love your safety. Let it continue. I was going to say let it continue, mate. Yeah, something about me is wrong.
I know. But I love you for it. It's okay. So, yeah, I was like to Abigail and Megan, like, fuck, because all the other girls were away. Their flights were much earlier.
Right.
And I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? Like, oh, like, and they were like, just go, like, honestly, it'll be funny. And I was still kind of drunk because, like, we'd only got in like 4 hours before. Mm-hmm. So I literally just jumped in a shower, brushed my teeth, stuck a couple of stars in my face, put my sunglasses on and went.
I love that for you. If there's a way to be single in your late 20s, it's that.
Yeah, no, I do agree.
You're doing it completely correct.
I was sitting there drinking this coffee, like speaking, his English was amazing, it was fluent. But I was thinking, what the fuck has my life come to?
But how fun is that?
No, it is. It is so fun.
But it is just like...
It's just one of those like, whoa, this is nuts.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
I told my mum last night and she was like, no, you didn't. I said, I swear on my life I did that. And she was like, no, how would that work? And then I told her, and she's like, can I see him on my shoulder? And she went, no.
Katie, girl, keep it relaxed.
But will we do pits and peaks of the week?
Yes.
So,
Oh, wait, I wanted to show you something before.
Oh, okay.
Because we're starting the podcast in a new place.
Oh.
I've got something that we can add.
Oh, okay. No way! Ta-da! I actually have this photo frame.
Do you?
Yeah, I've just not got it up yet. That is so cute. love the choice of photos you've got, darling.
Yes. Because I thought it was so funny. I've literally got one of these up in my own house.
Love that.
Of like my family home.
Yeah. And
So
that's
it's
exactly
like
the
that.
kind of thing they'd be in.
So we can put it on the wall.
Yeah. When we
Upstairs.
get to our final location.
Yeah, we're actually going to be in my dressing room, but it's just not finished
We're
yet.
currently in the living room.
We're in the living space, so Calum does not want...
Probably not appreciate that on the wall.
No, and he also doesn't like this couch.
So they'll be vacating.
We're getting kicked out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's so cute.
And I thought that's one of our colours, isn't it?
Yeah, love it so much. Perfect.
There we go.
Oh, that'll be so cute.
Right.
So, what was your pit of the week?
So, my pit of the week was... I feel like my pit of the week was... My pit of the week was probably, I just... really struggling to think of one.
And that's okay.
I'd say my pit of the week overall is a general thing. I just feel like I blinked and it was over, and
Yeah.
and I've just been so busy. I feel like this week I didn't really take things in.
Right, okay. So
Do you
you
know
wish
what?
you could have stopped to smell the roses a bit.
Yes, I wish I could have just had a moment to myself to reflect on nice moments
Yeah.
or something like that.
Well-
I can't even remember what I did.
Well, that's something to bear in mind for next week.
Yes.
My pit of the week, honestly, can't really think of one. I mean, maybe I would say this back.
Ugh.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
But I would say the only time I felt a wee bit down this week is the day I got home from Paris.
Right.
I was severely hungover and like the girls were all going to see like their boyfriends or fiancés, whatever. And I didn't have a couch at the time. So I got home and I just had this singular seat in my living room. My heating hadn't been on for 2 days and my flat's fucking freezing as it is. So I was freezing. I couldn't take my jacket off. I was just sitting myself and I was like, oh, I actually feel kind of sorry for myself right now. Just because I was like,
that's so fair.
Days like that a wee cuddle would be nice. But honestly, it lasted for about an hour and then it was good.
Yeah, I think anyone would feel like that.
Yeah, I got myself an Andos like I always do. And I felt great again. And I honestly had a fantastic week.
You did.
So on that note, what was your peak?
My peak of the week was... I went to go and see a band that I really love.
Oh, yes.
Called Royal Otis. Shout out to Royal Otis.
If you're watching.
Don't it. I went to see them on Tuesday night. I was supposed to go with me and Callum, and it was going to be our first ever concert together.
In 6 years.
In 6 years. But he got called for... I just remembered something.
What? What?
I got a letter for jury duty and I forgot to reply.
I think that's a felony.
No, it's in December. Was I meant to call?
Well, if it's not...
Just when I said, how mental is that you can just be...
Word association.
Called for, I just remembered I've been called for jury duty.
I think if it's in December, you're fine.
Right.
It is only November.
Right, don't let me forget.
Okay.
Please.
And is it for the sheriff? Good luck.
I know. Anyway, Callum got called up to Oban, so...
not for jury duty.
No, not for jury duty. That's me. I'll be going in December. So I've asked my friend from work, Eva. Hi, Eva.
Shout out, Eva.
Shout out to Eva. Eva! So actually before I was going to ask her to go and she was like, oh, I don't really listen to them, but she's one of those friends again, kind of up for anything.
Yeah.
But then my other friend Lauren was like, oh my God, I love them. So she joined us. So the three of us went.
Aww.
And it was such a fun night, had a few wines. So I just had such a good time.
Amazing.
And also at the weekend, I had Erin's mum's 60th. And it was actually really nice, like, just to... it's okay.
Coffee came back and the tandoori baguette.
Oh, God. It was just really nice to, like, see them and catch up. And see all my friends that I've not seen.
I did have FOMO about Trisha's 60th, but I was off to Paris and the FOMO soon disappeared.
I'm sure it did. Because we were at this weird rugby club. There was grown men doing dares.
The fuck?
Like, they didn't shut it for
the public.
Yeah. And there was grown-ups playing dares, and Erin had cut out these
That'll probably be us.
Oh my God, my stomach just made a weird noise.
Like when we're older.
No, this was weird. I'm up for a good time and to be silly. Like, we were playing dares in... Where were we playing dares? In... What country was that? Barcelona.
Oh, we were.
We like drew monobrows on ourselves.
Funny.
That was funny. But no, this was like kind of weird. There's a 60th birthday going on and they ran around the rugby pitch naked.
What?
And they were doing like knee dives and all that on the ground. And Erin had cut out these faces of her mum, like masks, you know, people do that. And they were like, this guy was for stealing them, trying to put them on. And I walked up to him and I went like that to his back. And I went, give me, sorry. Sorry. And I went, give me that back. We only had 20.
Yeah, that is weird.
Anyway, I won't reveal which one it was.
What?
Rugby club it was.
Oh, right, okay. Fair. Well, my peak of the week was Paris, just as a whole. I had so much fun. I just laughed and...
It really looks like you had the best time.
I honestly, truly did. And it was such an amazing group of girls. I went with Aquarius and I met quite a few of the guys. I'd say half and half. I knew half of them hadn't met the other half yet. So I met them for the first time. All so lovely. Like, we just all bonded and it was just great. I had so much fun.
Good for you.
Out in the club. And yeah.
I love that for you.
Kissed a few frogs.
Went on a coffee date. God, you're really thriving.
Yeah. In another life, I would live in Paris, but I love my family and friends too
That's
much.
somewhere me and Cam said we would live.
When?
Like between me and Cam. Like we've said that to each other before.
Oh, right, okay, you're not.
No, we're
plans
not.
to move.
No, we've no plans to move. I just mean like when we're there.
Well, maybe if you move out,
you'd probably come as well.
I can just.
Cam
go back
said
out with my
like
coffee
Paris
table.
is probably the only place like he would move to.
I would probably
that in
agree.
Canada, even though he's never been to Canada. But he also doesn't want to move away. That would just be like, it was hypothetical
Hypothetically
conversation.
speaking. Okay, great.
Anyway, on that note, last week we did kind of mention about when Megan was going to move to Manchester.
Oh, that was a good way to slip into the topic then.
Yes. So obviously we did mention last week that there was a time where I'd moved away, I'd come back, and then Megan was thinking about moving away as an adult. And then we kind of quickly shut down that because we were like, we would love to talk about it as a kind of topic, because I guess it kind of looks at, I guess it's interesting, you know, like as a listener to hear about something that we've struggled with as a friendship.
Yeah.
And also then to kind of dive into, you know, people talk about long distance relationships as in like romantic relationships, but I guess ours was a platonic long distance relationship.
If only in my dreams it was you.
So yeah, we just thought we would talk about that today.
Yeah. Buckle in.
Strap in.
We're getting the train to Manchester. Choo choo.
Uh-oh.
I remember when I was single before my last relationship, Nadine actually said to me, and this was way before I had even met my ex-partner, and you said, just because of like the industry that I work in or whatever, also I put up this TikTok side note saying like when I went to Manchester recently, and I said like, it's a big deal for me to come back here, you know, it holds a lot of trauma for me, but a lot of the industry I work in is based here, and some like troll account commented like the industry and like loads of laughing and crying faces as if like I don't have a job, and I'm like, if you knew how much money was in this industry, you'd be sick. What do you mean it's not an industry?
That's ridiculous.
Like marketing and like
advertising,
like PR agencies. I'm like, what are you? You're so off the mark.
You're stupid.
But anyway,
like bold letters, troll account.
Yes. But because of the industry I work in, Nadine was like, what if you meet someone who like lives in Manchester? And she's like, I just have this.
Oh no, I manifested that for you.
You did. You said before I met my ex that I'm worried you're going to meet like a boyfriend and move to Manchester. And I said, no, I did stick to my words, I will say. There was a period where it didn't look like it was. I said, mark my words, I'm never moving anywhere, because I do. I'm out of breath from all that laughing. I really do.
It is funny.
No, it is.
Comical.
PMSL.
Peeing
myself laughing. So I genuinely do love my life here so much, and that is something that I must articulate well. Like, I love living here. I've never had a notion to move. I have such a lovely life here. Anyway, fast forward, I meet my ex-partner who lives in Manchester, and I don't even really know how it came around. I actually to this day can't really work it out, because I wasn't by any means ever forced to move or asked to move. It just was like, I think I was trying to convince myself that would be good for our relationship. And don't get me wrong, long distance is shit. I wouldn't aspire to do that again. I'm actually really going to try and avoid doing that ever again. But I was thinking it'd be good for us.
It'd be good for work.
It'd be good for work, which it would have been. Like, a lot of the stuff is based in Manchester. And then I was like, oh, maybe it'd be good for me to like go and experience something just for a short space of time. Because like I always said, when I decided to do it, I said I'll do it for a year. So I think I was really, really trying to convince myself that this would have been the right next move. So I'd been sitting on it for a wee while, and then I was like, right, I'm going to need to tell Nadine, like, this is...
But side note to this, right, there was a see when you were talking about, I said, oh, I hope you don't do that. I said as a joke, I'm going to make you sign a contract saying that you won't move away then, because she was like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm going to make you like sign a contract. And then when we were on your old podcast, you brought it up as a joke, and I was like, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure it was on that.
It was.
So obviously from my side of it, I always knew Megan never wanted to move away. Like, you just have never had that urge to move away.
No.
And deep down, I knew that you wouldn't, because I know how much you love Glasgow, and I know how much you want to be around your friends and family. And I actually know that you wouldn't thrive personally anywhere else, because how much that means to you. Like, that is what makes you so happy here. You would thrive in like living your life and opportunities and stuff, but I just know you so well, and I know that this is your base. But I just always was like, what if? And I kind of was saying it as a joke. Like, I wasn't going to make her sign a contract, for God's sake. I will now. No, I'm kidding. But I never was like serious, I guess. And then, so that was that's where we kind of left it. And it was like, that was it. Yeah.
And then, so me and him started having conversations about like, right, we're going to actually maybe take this seriously. I think I'll move and we'll spend a year here, and then we'll both move back to Scotland. So I'm sitting on this for months now, because I was so scared to tell anyone. I was so scared to tell you, because like, we'll get into that. I was so scared to tell mom and dad. I was so scared to tell anyone. So this was like eating away at me. All the while, I'm still trying to convince myself that I actually want to go. And I'm honestly saying this from my point of view. Like, I wasn't being forced to go by any means, but I was trying to tell myself I wanted to do it. So I'm building myself up to tell Nadine. And we went out for dinner, and this wasn't when I was planning on doing it at all.
It was me, you, Callum, Dolan, and
Chrissy,
this other friend of ours.
Yeah. And we're sitting having dinner at this amazing restaurant, plug Saffron by Paradise in Glasgow. It's
so good.
So tasty.
Amazing.
I've been there in ages.
I know.
And one thing about me is I actually can't lie. Like, I just can't do it. Like, even if it's a white lie, I just can't keep a straight face and do it. So Chrissy said to me,
like, we don't see him often.
No, we don't see him. So it's like a general whole life update whenever we do see him. He's like, so how are you getting on with like the long distance and stuff? He's like, would you ever move to Manchester? And we're all like mid-eating, and I was like,
no, we were still looking at the menu, because I was holding the menu like this. I was just like listening, but I wasn't until he said that. And then I was like, I couldn't even look at her, and I was like, no, I can't even remember. I probably wasn't expecting you to say.
Yeah, because I just was like, and Nadine was like,
I was
like, because obviously I've literally never to this point said.
Someone say I was going to be blindsided.
Yeah, so you were. But I was like, I maybe like would think about it, and you were just like, what? Honestly, I can't even really remember, because it was such an emotional.
I do. So I remember it like it was yesterday, because it holds a traumatic moment in my heart. No, I'm kidding on. I was like holding the menu, and you were like, I mean, I would say like long distance is really hard, and like we definitely like, I don't know, like I wouldn't rule it out sort of thing. And I was like, oh really? Like, and then I said something like, oh, I didn't know that, or whatever. And then you were like, well, no, it's not like set in stone or anything. And then you started talking like that. You were like, it's not, I've not like said anything, because it's not actually happening. Like, it's not definitely happening. And I can't even explain this feeling I got. It was like, it's like, talking about it now feels so dramatic.
No, but it was like,
I felt so, I don't even know the word. And I was staring at my menu, and I could feel myself about to burst out crying. But we're sitting with like
two boys.
Bless Chrissy knows none the wiser.
He's just sitting out.
And then like Callum and Dolan are like really chilled out as well, and they probably just wouldn't have even picked up on like.
Yeah, Dolan was actually going, Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the menu, I'm just reading the same words over and over again, and I can, like, I'm trying to, like, suck the tears back into eyes, because I was like, I don't want to start crying of bloody Saffron by Paradise over something that's not even happening. Like, that's so ridiculous. But I just think, like, because I thought that would never happen, and it was even the possibility was like, it was like thrown out into the air, and I was just like, wait, what? And like, people might think that is so dramatic, but like, when I say, like, if it was the other way about, it would be the exact same.
No, it would. It absolutely would.
It's like, it's just a really big deal. So, but obviously you felt so guilty because you were like, but then after that, I went really weird. Like, I just went really quiet the rest of the dinner. I mean, and I can't remember, did I say like, I said I would be really upset if you did that, but I said something like, I was like, I'll support you, like, if you do that, like, I would just be really sad. And then I kind of just was quiet the rest of the night. Yeah,
it definitely put a damper in the evening, shall we say.
The evening wasn't popping off like we thought it would.
Chrissy must have thought, why the fuck did I ask that? But then I think after it, we were like, we'll meet up, like, just us two and talk about it or whatever. Yeah,
because I remember I was actually tidying my room. It was like the next day, and I felt really guilty because I was like, I know you saying that to me would, because if it was the other way about, like, I would find that I would be dreading that.
I wanted the ground to swallow me up, chew me out, and spit me so far away. Like, I remember, like, the anxiety. Like, I kept rehearsing how I was going to tell you.
I would have been the exact same.
And that was absolutely not the place to do it, but I couldn't lie.
No, and I would have, see, if you'd lied in that moment, it would have been weird. Like, it happened the way it happened. Do you know what? It maybe softened the blow because we were in public. I don't know. But like, I remember I was tidying my room the next day and I felt really guilty because I was like, I know how hard that must have been for you, and I know, like, us having that conversation would be hard. So I was like, I don't want to add to, like, I don't want to make you feel like you can't tell me because of my reaction. So I remember I just sent you a big
sent me a huge nice text.
I sent her an essay.
I actually read it in Asda and I was crying my eyes out. I was like, oh my God. And then, I don't know, I was so on the fence the whole time about moving. I was like, 1 minute I was like, yeah, I definitely want to do it. The next, didn't want to do it. And as I was telling everyone was having like the same really sad reaction, not to your degree, but everyone was sad. And obviously I'm glad people were sad at the thought of me moving away.
We were actually throwing a surprise party for us for when you left because we're so excited.
But it just would have like completely changed. And obviously friendships do work. Like, we're not saying by any means if someone moves away your friendship's not the same, but it wouldn't be the same routine. Like, we see each other most days of the week, and we wouldn't have been able to do this. Like, and when I was thinking about, when we're logically thinking about moving, I was like, we need a spare room because I need my friends to come over whenever they want and stay. And that was like a whole thing. And like, it is so expensive to rent flats in Manchester, and as soon as it's a 2-bedroom, it's like double the price. It's crazy. So it was just all these different things, and I felt like no one was pulling me in any direction. It was just how I felt myself. Like, I was like spreading myself everywhere. I didn't know what to do with my flat. Like, I just couldn't really get a grip. Yeah, you didn't. It was like you were going into the unknown and you didn't know if it was the right decision. Yeah. And basically, me and Megan decided, right, we need to have like an in-person conversation, just the two of us, and like talk about it all. And then remember we met up. We went that really, well, we didn't meet up. I went to her house and we were like, will we go a walk? And we were like, yeah. That was such a sad Why walk. Were we acting as though we were like a couple going on like a breakup? We were literally walking through those woods crying. And I was like, no, Arena, I think you should do it. And I was like, okay. And I was like, because it's so hard. Like, that's something like I wanted to talk about. Like, it's so hard. I kept saying to you, I'm so happy that you've... That doesn't obviously, we're talking in past tense, right? I'm so happy that you've found someone, and I want you to be happy. Can't say it with a straight face, man. And I want you to be happy, and it's so hard when
you're so sad about something, but you're also so happy for someone. And I've touched on this before, like I always wanted to move away, and I always wanted to I've always said to anyone who ever wants to move away, go and do it. Like, I think it's so important. But I think there's also this thing, you know, with like social media and stuff, like sometimes if you don't want to move away, you feel like you should, because it's like everyone is doing it.
Passage.
It's like that's something you need to tick off on your bucket list. So Megan never ever showed any interest to do that. So deep down, I was a wee bit like, this is out the blue. Like this is, it's like, it made sense in the circumstances, and you were saying, well, it's not for him, it's for work and blah, 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 blah. And I was taking what you were saying at face value. But deep down, I was like, but you don't want to move away. Like, like I know that you don't, but it was something that I had to support as your friend. Yeah. And if that was something that you truly wanted to do, like, you had to go and do that. And we're sitting walking through and we're crying, and we're both like, I'm like, I support you, and you're like, oh, but it's like this. And
it was so weird as well. Like, I remember like when I was hitting the sort of milestones of like, right, I found a flat. I paid the deposit of the flat. And I like told the group chat and stuff. And I remember every time I'd done one of those things or like reported back, not even just to you, just to everyone, I was filled with such dread. And like I feel like if you were excited to be moving away somewhere, you'd be like, oh my god, I just paid my deposit, how exciting. Whereas I was like in hysterics, like I just paid the deposit, like I'm so upset about this. And it just was starting to feel, with everything joined together, I was like, I just don't know if I'm excited about this, like something doesn't feel right. And there ended up being like this particular morning where, let's say, what's the saying that broke the donkey's back?
The camel that broke the donkey's back.
Camel that broke the... Something like that. The last straw that
it was the last straw
back. Something. I woke up. Now this is nuts. Like, if there's one thing you take from this episode, it's listen to your gut, right? I genuinely woke up one morning, and there was reason behind this. It wasn't just an irrational decision. I woke up and I was like, I cannot and will not move to Manchester. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, something is not right here. Like, I'm not doing it. So immediately I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't remember if I phoned you first or my mum.
We were out. I'm sure we were out a walk.
No, this is you came to see me because of this.
Right.
I think the first port of call, I believe it is, but we're probably wrong like everything else. So patience of a virtue. I think the first person I phoned was my mum. But this is it. I remember it's all coming back to me now. I didn't want to say to you, I'm not going to go, or I'm thinking about not going, because I'm like, she's been on a fucking roller coaster with us up, down, all around. So I'm not going to say anything until I'm 100% certain.
So fair.
So first thing I done was phone my mum. She came over with my wee brother, and I told her how I was feeling it, and my mum said, don't go. Like, I don't think this is the right time. Don't do it. And then I said, like, I really want to speak to Nadine about it, but I'm scared to upset her even more. Like, she's already taking it quite bad. I don't want to like confuse her any more than this. And my mum was like, she's your best friend, she'll want to talk to you about it, like just phone her. So I did. You came over, we went the same walk we went when I told you I was moving. And do you know the funny thing is, when I told you I was moving, it was a rainy, gloomy day, and when I told you I don't want to move, the sun was shining. But when we went that walk, and I just said to you, like, I don't actually think I want to go. And that was that. Yeah,
you were like, I don't think I want to actually go. And again, I was still like, you need to be 100% sure if you don't want to go.
Pause. Actually, then you were still saying to me, like, maybe sit on it. Like, you actually were being super, super supportive of me.
The thing is, I was, and I'll talk about some of my private moments that I was upset to kind of capture the effect it took on me as like within our friendship.
Yeah.
But I was never confused about whether or not I would be supportive.
Yeah.
All I want is for you to be happy, and selfishly I wanted you to stay, but it wasn't about me, and our friendship was going to be good no matter what. And we actually did talk about how I would come to Manchester a lot, and you would come home, and I think on that's where we were on the walk, and you kind of said that, and then I was like, well, you need to do what's right for you, and then you were like, no, I'm not going. And I think I skipped home.
I literally had a leaving night planned, and I had to write in the group chat, like, girls,
not leaving.
Leaving night's off, I'm staying. Like, I literally had a couch ordered. I'd obviously paid a deposit.
You had a van ordered?
I had a van. My mum and dad had took the day off work. They were going to help me move. Oh my God, that feels like a different that feels like a different
that's nuts
life. And you know, what's that? Oh, I had been telling my therapist about it. Like, I started therapy after this was meant to happen. For context, this was meant to happen in April this year. And I was telling my therapist, like, I wonder why that was. Like, there is valid reason behind it, but I was in a funky headspace due to different factors. And I started to think maybe it was my fault, which it wasn't. I started to think to my therapist, like, did I do something wrong by not going? Why do you think I didn't go? Even though it was in black and white, why I didn't go. But anyway, she was like, kind of saying, like, well, it's good to trust your gut, and like, maybe it's because of this X, Y, and Z. And now all I can say is thank God. Thank you, yes.
And I also remember during that time, do you know the way that I'll describe it, right? When my friends tell me things about their relationships or about big moments and anything to do with that, I feel nothing but excitement and happiness and joy, and I'm really like, oh, that's amazing, like, love them, blah 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 blah. And no matter how hard I tried, there was just something inside me that was like. And I started thinking in my head, oh my God, am I just so protective that no one will ever be good enough for you?
Oh my God, I remember this.
And I just thought, oh my God, like, this is actually, like, no one will be good enough for her. And like, your past hadn't been like the best. And I was just like, so I started thinking, oh my God, I'm actually like a mental best friend or something. And I'm like, God. But then I was like, but surely if you meet someone and they're genuinely like, because I can get on my plank of wood, by the way. Like, I love making new friends. And and like, all I want is for you to meet someone and be happy and run off into the sunset.
You don't want me to be single and like,
no,
you want...
Like, I want you to be happy and I want you to find your person. But for some reason, I couldn't. And I was trying with every atom in my body. Like, what even is an atom? I don't know.
It's a very small particle.
Well, every single one of them was trying, and I just, when you were like going to move to Manchester and all this, like, I was happy for you because if that's what you wanted to do, but something in me was just like I can't even explain it, and it's so hard when there's no like proof or reason or rhyme for why you feel the way you feel with a friend, but you can't articulate that to them, because what am I supposed, because also in my head I was like, oh, I'm probably just like not wanting to go because it'll live, because I want you like where I can see you all the time and keep my eye on you, but obviously there was much more to it. But yeah, it was crazy. I remember, I'll never forget when you paid that deposit. I was in Callum's living room and he was watching the football. It was actually, I don't know, it must have been like, it was the weekend you told me or something, because we were sitting in Callum's, like me and him, and he was watching the football. And I was sitting, and I think he made me something to eat, and I was sitting eating it. And you'd text me like, well, that's me paid the deposit now, like it is happening, and I text you back like, oh my God, like this is so exciting, and I just sat on the couch and started crying. And I think he'd made me like a toasty or something, and my tears were like falling into the And he'd like given me this. It was I was holding a tea towel. I don't really know, and I was like wiping my tears with this tea towel. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just really, really sad. Like I'm just really." Like, I'm sad.
It makes me feel so bad I like put that on
No,
you.
that's not to do with you putting it on me. Like, that is part of life. And see if you'd moved there and been happy.
I know.
That would have been so fine. It's just like us spending time together and our friendship.
Our dynamic.
Yeah, it was changing, but also like you were in Manchester so much during that time that it actually had prepared me. And now, see if you just turned up one day and like you were here all the time, and then one day you said, "I'm moving." That would have been so hard because it was like out of nowhere. But you were there a lot.
I was.
So like our dynamic had changed in terms of like how much, not like our closeness, but our dynamic had changed in terms of like how much time we spent together. So it was like not as hard. It wouldn't have been as hard as it could have been.
Yeah. That's another thing though, like before I moved, and even like after I decided not to move, I was spending a lot of time in Manchester. Like I would say I honestly spent like 65% of the time in Glasgow and like 35% in Manchester, which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember like it was hard to get used to. Like I would miss out on like plans with the girls, like just normal hangouts, and I don't know, it's weird. Like I was going there so often, and like I was always in this battle of like, we're older and we're all in relationships now. And I guess I've always felt like, not always, but I've definitely felt in the past like year or so, because a lot of our friends are in long-term relationships, I have a lot of catching up to do, which is something I am working on because I need to just chill the fuck out. Yeah. But I guess I was like, oh, this must be time now to prioritise my relationship. Like I'm older now, like I'm, we're thinking about that next step, whatever. So I probably was putting my relationship on a pedestal, and I was like, if you are long distance too, you kind of need to prioritise it, or else it whittled away anyway. But
it's one way to put it.
So I was going there all the time, and then I'd feel this huge guilt because I was like, I know I'm not at home and seeing my friends as much as like one, I want to, and two, that like I normally would. Yeah. So I remember I just always felt this tug of war.
I feel like if you were with the right person, honestly, I know, and you were moving away, you wouldn't feel like that. And I don't think I would have felt house. No, I don't think so. I would have been in this. I can't even explain it. I was in this, like, there was an underlying tension. And it was like, I couldn't put my finger on it. And I was just like, I just felt like deep down it wasn't right. But there was no way for me to say this isn't right. Yeah. Why? Don't know.
And I also found, now looking back, I can reflect on it, that when I was going away so often and seeing you less, and even if I was there, like I would text you all the time, but I'd obviously try not to be on my phone because we're spending quality time together or whatever. As much, I was starting to isolate myself.
That's what I felt like. I felt like you were, like, I can't even explain it.
Honestly, if I moved to Manchester, I don't even want to picture what my life would be like right now. I really don't. But the long distance friendship was such a strange time because I genuinely was isolating myself.
We can get through anything. Yeah. Like, I know that we will be friends, but I'll be honest, I'm like, I don't know this person. Yeah. Right? And that's all I'll say in the matter. I don't know you, and my best friend's moving away with you, and I just wasn't...
I think that's how everyone felt. That's how my mum and dad felt as well.
And when said person would like come here and stuff, it was nice enough, but there was really no substance. Yeah. If I'm being brutally honest. And I just felt like for this pure angel to move for said person, it wasn't making any sense to me. And genuinely, you sprinkle happiness and fairy dust on everyone, and I just wasn't getting fairy dust from this person. And that's not me being like, I'm not saying anything that, you know, a lot of people probably feel the same. And do you know what? Sometimes it's good to just be honest.
No, some people could be doing with being a wee bit more honest.
Yeah. And like, this isn't us like putting shade out. Like, I genuinely am being serious. This is something that it took a really big toll. And do you know what? I was trying not to like resent this person.
Yeah.
Because I felt like you weren't isolating yourself.
I think what we're trying to say is, right, this isn't an episode of us throwing shade or whatever, or trying to like have, I don't know, hot tea.
No.
This is like...
We're not even scratching the surface. So
no, we're really fucking not.
This is keeping it really like at like surface level.
Like, this is like not even in the mountains. This is like the trees surrounding the mountain. So I think what we're trying to say is, right, long distance friendships are obviously going to be really sad and hard, especially if you're in each other's pocket the way me and Nadine are.
Yeah.
But you would still be happy for your friend if you knew in your heart that's what they want and this is right and this is going to better their life, and you would be wrong to hold them back. Mm-hmm. But I think what's important is, if you're in this situation, if you have this weird niggly feeling that something's not quite right and the dynamic of your friendship changes, not just because you don't see them as much, but because that person's maybe been a bit off, which I was not myself for a really long time. I was off. I wasn't like... I was keeping so much from all yous. Like, I wouldn't tell you a lot of things. And I definitely was isolating myself. I wouldn't say I just woke up one day and decided to start isolating myself.
It was like slowly.
Yeah.
Like,
and I didn't even know I was doing it.
Yeah. And I just definitely felt like we probably... It's not like we weren't as close, but it was like there was something.
Yeah, it just wasn't the same.
You weren't being yourself, and therefore I didn't know why. Yeah. But it wasn't anything to do with us, so it just... It's so hard to explain.
So I think it's like...
I think when you are in a relationship that has things going on that you don't want to tell your friends because you are working it out yourself and you don't want them to think certain things, and you know, you want to protect that relationship because at that time, like, that's what you want to be in that relationship. And you know, if you tell your friends, they're going to have opinions, blah blah blah, right? I'm sure a lot of people have been in that situation.
I'm sure everyone can relate to that at some point.
How close we are and we tell each other everything, I think you doing that was putting a wedge between like our normal friendship, because I mean, imagine you go from telling your best friend and I mean like everything and anything and talking all the time, but now you're holding all these things in that actually probably the things that you're holding in are so difficult as well, and you don't have anyone to talk to about it, so you are isolating yourself, and like maybe sometimes that person, that's what they're happy with.
Yes. And I think as well, like, this is just a general statement. I think when and everything's perception, right? Because I'm guilty to this day for like looking around, I'm like, everyone's so happy and everyone's like got their person and everyone's got their life, and I'm like right back at square one. I think when you're going through something yourself and you look around at everyone else, you're like, if I tell them that, they're going to think X, Y, and Z, and they're going to think I'm an idiot, or they're going to... So you just are like, I'll just work through this myself. Like, I'll keep this to myself, but don't do that.
I know, and I think, like, going off of what you said, the purpose of talking about things like this is, again, not to be like, this happened, that happened, and go into specifics, but... We do kind of have to talk about some things because it's actually really scary sometimes.
Oh my God.
For people of all ages, by the way, like, this can happen really young, it can happen when you're older. If you're not in the right relationship, the way that you can isolate yourself from your friends,
change the course of your life. Like, exactly. I did not want to move country.
I know. And like, also slowly, you were becoming a shell of yourself.
Oh, 100%.
Like when we went to New York, you were so like...
That was rock bottom.
That was like, I mean, I was so... Because obviously I was saying like, is everything okay? Like what's going on? Like I could feel this shift, but you were just, you weren't saying anything.
No.
Like you were keeping it to yourself. So you're kind of like, I don't... And then it's
You're like not wanting to like... Because I could feel that you could feel my change, but I could also feel that you didn't want to like pry. You didn't want to be in front of the boys and leave like pushing at me. Like
in New York.
It was like we were all tap dancing around each other.
It was so confusing because even Cal... I don't even...
Step ball change.
Step ball change and hop and skip. Because even Cal one day was like, what is up with her?
Oh, really?
Like, because he was like... You're literally always inside. Obviously, sometimes everyone has off days, but you're always so chipper and like laughing and stuff. But you were finding it even hard to do that, and I think as well, like I think what was hard as well, I never really saw your relationship.
No,
that was a big thing. Like
that is exactly it.
I'm only seeing Megan when she's home. Like I'm not seeing them together. I'm not seeing the way you speak to each other. I'm not seeing the way you act together. Like he was hardly here. So like, I don't know this person. I don't know how you guys are. I'm only seeing what you're allowing me to see and hear. And again, on social media, like posting things, like it's just so important to, I guess, as the person and as the friend, it's so hard because you don't want to push too much. Yeah. But I think it's just really important that you always at least have a friend that you can be like, look, I'm going to tell you some stuff about my relationship and I just need someone to talk to.
Yeah, even if it's just to vent to.
I'm going to vent. I don't really want you to give me any negative opinions. Maybe even doing it like that. Like, maybe I don't want you to give me any negative opinions. I don't want you to like hate the person, but like this is something we're working through and this is a situation, because I just feel like if you hadn't gotten out of that and you had moved to Manchester, I just don't know. Like, it's just so bizarre to think of what could have been.
I mean, it's an unsettling thought.
Yeah.
But I think what to take away from this is if you ever feel like you can't tell your friend, or just one friend even, everything, that's weird to me. Never convince yourself you want to do something that...
She means that's weird, like, as in for the, like, do you mean that's weird?
I mean, it's weird. It's probably a red flag if you feel like you can't confide in your friends.
Yeah, if you think it's like, I cannot tell my friends that, then that's
probably a telltale sign that something's wrong. Because everyone argues, everyone has bickers. You should always be able to confide in your friends and they'll give like a non-biased opinion. But
even
if you're...
sometimes as well, like, if, say, your partner does something that's like not great, I don't mean like cheat on you, I just mean like, say they do something that's like really unfair, like, even if you tell your friends that, like, your friends were like, oh, that was so shit, like, I can't believe you did that. That's okay. Yeah. Like, that's normal. No one's perfect.
No, exactly. And yeah, I feel like you should only do something like a big life decision if your heart is fully in it. Like, that if it's a burning desire you have and like, you know, this is going to make your life so happy, go do it. Live your best life. It doesn't matter who you leave behind and whatever. Like, you've got one life and it's for living, but be doing it for you and not for any other reason.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's okay to be nervous about things and be like, oh, I don't know. Like, but if you are feeling dread, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling you can't talk to your friends, you can't talk to your family, like, and I really hope, you know, maybe some people don't have anyone.
I know.
Like, what would be an option for that? Message us.
Oh, genuinely?
No, honestly, anyone could ever message us. I'm not saying that we're like the fucking agony ants, but it actually really like makes me sad that like some people are stuck in situations and they don't have scary. And they don't have like I'm so glad like you have great friends, because
if I didn't have my friends and family like throughout these past few months, like I would be in a state Like I'm so lucky that I have all the people around me.
Yeah.
And therapy. But yeah, it is such a scary thought. But that's why it's so important to keep your friends close. And even if you say you don't have like a great support network of friends because maybe you've moved city or you've moved school, college, uni, work, whatever it may be, and like you've had to
maybe
start
you've not
again.
been lucky with friends, like anything.
Honestly, I would say it is important to sought after some friends, like make new friends, push yourself out your comfort zone, because your friends are like so important in your life, like as things change, and you know, relationships they can come and go, and I think it's just so important to have. It's
so important. And I even hope that listening to us and like hearing us talk about things is even like a little bit of help. Or even if you're lucky enough to not have gone through something like that, or maybe you have a friend, it's just really important to always be gentle with your honesty as a friend. That is really important. And I wouldn't ever pounce at things. And the important thing is you want your friend to want to come back and tell you more. So I guess it's being supportive but not supporting
the wrong thing,
like negative actions and toxic relationships and stuff, but always making sure your friend knows that you're going to be with her no matter what. And I hope that's translated well. Again, I can't highlight enough how this genuinely isn't us trying to like throw shade. We keep saying that, but I don't know how else to describe it. But I just think it's important. I've always very much been someone, well, obviously with my job being online, like I do share a lot about my life, but I'd say for a long time there I never shared any like harder moments or negative things, because I was trying to pretend everything was good, I guess. But I feel like it is important to talk about that, because even like the New York thing, I bet people who looked at our New York content thought they're having the best time, they're so happy, when in actual fact I was not myself. I was not okay when we were there at all. So I think it's just like, this podcast is all about being best friends and being there for each other, and like the good and the bad and whatever. So and I think it's like we are the picture box of two great best friends who have, I mean, their taglines, who have an extraordinary friendship. Like we are that, but also as well, life can come in and create a ripple effect. And like we go through hard.
Like that was a hard time for our friendship.
That was a hard time for our friendship. And it's hard, you know, when your friends are in relationships that you, not even you don't agree with, it's just like that cause rupture. So that's where we're at now. But anyway, Megan's not moving to Manchester, and she is
trying to move to the street.
She's trying to move to my street. So if anything, it's working out pretty well for us. But yeah, it's just important to be there for your friends and be there for yourself.
And not move south.
No. But yeah, I guess we'll just wrap up.
Yes, we shall.
Yes, so we've got a wedding. No, I've got a wedding tomorrow. It's Friday again. I've got a wedding tomorrow, and then we're going to two of our good friends' engagement party. They're tying the knot. So I hope you all have a great weekend. It'll be the following weekend. I'm trying to do a roundup, but if you get anything, you're just sitting there laughing. Feel free to stop me rambling.
Sorry. It's just been a day. It's been quite a day. So
it has.
I'm going to go for Nando's with my family, and we've got the party tomorrow. I'm excited to get drunk and see everyone.
I know, I've not seen everyone in ages.
And we hope that you have a lovely week.
Love you all.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
You're not like that.